Ammo prices just fell off a cliff, and nobody can agree on what it means. Some call it a once-in-a-decade buying window. Others swear it's a setup that's going to bite hard by the end of the year. Let's start with the shocker. 9mm that sold for 80 cents a round during the shortage is now averaging 20 cents. That's a 75% drop from the madness we all remember. 5.56 NATO, the workhorse of every AR shooter, tumbled from over $1 to around 39 cents. Even after inflation, that's cheaper than the normal prices before the pandemic ever started. At first glance, it feels like victory. The panic years are over, supply is steady, and manufacturers are finally catching up. But behind every price crash in this industry, there's a reason, and it usually isn't generosity. When numbers move this fast, something bigger is moving them, and if you're a serious gun owner, this is the moment to pay attention, not celebrate too early. So guys, stick with me, because understanding what's driving these prices could be the difference between buying smart today and paying double a few months from now. Let's be honest, what we're seeing right now isn't a routine market dip, it's a full-scale collapse. The kind of drop that makes even veteran shooters double-check price tags because it doesn't feel real. 9mm FMJ, the backbone of American training ammo, has crashed from the pandemic highs of 70 to 80 cents per round to barely 20. That's a market correction of historic scale. And it's not just handguns. The 5.56 NATO round, the lifeblood of the AR-15 platform, slid from over $1 to about 39 cents. Even premium brass is dipping into the 40s. In real terms, we're buying ammo today for less than it cost in 2019, before lockdowns, shortages, and political scares drove the industry into overdrive. Go caliber by caliber, and the pattern repeats. 22 LR is practically pocket change again, 5 to 8 cents a round, and bulk packs are everywhere online. 12-gauge target loads that once vanished overnight are back near 35 cents a shell. For the first time in years, shooters can train, zero optics, and run drills without feeling every squeeze of the trigger hit their wallet. This isn't a rumor or a regional trend. Across the country, dealers confirm it. Inventory is deep, shelves are full, and distributors are still calling, trying to move pallets they couldn't sell 6 months ago. The supply wave that built up during the shortage never truly stopped. It just crashed all at once. On paper, it looks like the dream every gun owner waited for. But if you've been through the 2013 spike, the 2020 panic, or the 2022 drought, you know the cycle never ends here. Prices this low don't last without a reason, and they rarely stay this friendly for long. The crash everyone's celebrating right now might be the quiet before the next storm. Cheap ammo has a history of turning on people fast. One moment you're saving money, the next you're paying double and wondering what happened. This drop feels like relief, but it's the same pattern every time. Prices fall, confidence rises, and just when everyone lets their guard down, the pressure underneath starts to boil again. Those same forces that once sent the market spiraling are still there, silent, patient, and waiting for their next shot. Here's the reality. The inventory surge everyone's enjoying isn't endless. Most retailers are still selling stock made before material costs jumped. Once that older supply runs out, the real prices appear. And they're higher. Analysts are already warning that once distributors burn through those cheap batches, costs could climb again by late 2025. That's not fear, that's simple math. Then comes the tariff problem. The 2025 trade policies hit foreign producers hard, 10% baseline up to 37% on some European brands. South Korean suppliers like PMC took a 25% hit. Domestic manufacturers are keeping prices low to compete for now, but once imports shrink, they'll control the market. And when that happens, price hikes are inevitable. And we've seen this movie before. Election cycles always flip the switch. One speech, one proposed bill, one viral headline. And suddenly, panic buying ignites overnight. Shelves clear, websites crash, and cases that sat untouched for months sell for triple. That's not speculation. It's the same pattern that's repeated every 4 years for 2 decades. Add global tension on top of it all. Wars overseas are swallowing raw materials, copper, lead, and propellant chemicals, faster than new supply can replace them. Manufacturers are absorbing those costs for now, but they can't do it forever. When the old inventory's gone, production costs will dictate the next price wave. That's the trap most shooters miss. The danger isn't the low price, it's believing it'll stay that way. Ammo markets swing from abundance to shortage faster than anyone expects. The shooters celebrating today could be the same ones paying double by winter. So the question isn't how cheap can it get, it's how long until this window slams shut. Let's get something straight, and this isn't the time for panic buying, and it's not the time for sitting still either. The smartest shooters I know are using this window with purpose. They're not clearing shelves or betting the market stays low. They're building quietly. A case here, another there. It's the same approach investors use with stocks. Steady, consistent buys. You don't chase the bottom, you stay ready no matter what happens next. If prices dip, you win. If they rise, you're already secure. That's how disciplined owners stay ahead of the next panic. They're also buying smart. Stockpiling calibers you never shoot isn't preparedness, it's clutter. Stick with your everyday platforms, 9mm, 5.56, 22 LR, and whatever supports your defensive or hunting setup. Quality matters too. Cheap bulk ammo keeps you sharp at the range, but serious shooters still grab their preferred defensive loads whenever prices look fair. Bulk keeps you trained, premium keeps you protected. Storage is the silent factor. Ammo doesn't care what you paid if you ruin it in a damp space. Seal it, keep it dry, and label it. A few good cans and silica packs preserve years of investment. The best shooters share one trait: calm discipline. They remember how fast "I'll buy next week" turned into "sold out everywhere." They act now, quietly, and with reason. You don't need 10,000 rounds, just enough to train, defend, and rest easy when the market flips again. If you're wondering what to actually buy in this chaotic market, here's the truth. Not every caliber is seeing the same opportunity. Some rounds are at record lows, others are holding steady, and a few are quietly setting up for the next shortage. Knowing which is which can save you hundreds, and a lot of regret later. Right now, 9mm is the clear standout. It's the most produced handgun round in the world, and prices between 20 and 23 cents per round are almost unreal, a 75% drop from the 2021 madness. This is the time to train without guilt. Run your draw drills, work reloads, and enjoy the rare moment when trigger time doesn't feel expensive. Then there's the small but mighty .22 LR. Cheap, plentiful, and perfect for skill building. At 5 to 8 cents per round, you can shoot all afternoon for what used to buy one box of 9mm. It's more than practice ammo, it's an insurance policy for every new shooter in your family. For AR owners, 5.56 NATO and .223 Remington have stabilized in the mid-30s per round, the sweet spot for serious training. Domestic brands are cutting prices to compete with imports, but once tariffs and elections heat up, that curve will climb again. AK shooters finally caught a break. The 7.6 2x39 market, once crushed by import bans, has new life through Serbia, Romania, and Turkey. Mid-30 cent steel case ammo isn't glamorous, but it's steady. Stock modestly now, because this caliber always spikes first when politics flare. Even the forgotten 40S and W is worth attention, with rounds between 28 and 36 cents. It's one of the cheapest ways to train, and smart shooters are quietly taking advantage. Precision fans are seeing the same relief. 6.5 Creedmoor, once $5 a round, now hovers near 80 cents. Oversupply made high-quality brass realistic for real practice, not rationing. And 300 Blackout, around 50 cents per round, finally affordable for suppressed rigs and short barrels. Even shotgunners can relax. 12-gauge target loads are back to mid-30 cent shells, a price that finally makes training fun again. Every caliber tells the same story. Opportunity mixed with warning. Buy what you use, skip what you don't, and stay ready, because this calm won't last long. Now, here's the part most shooters overlook until it's too late. It's not just about what you buy, it's how you keep it. Ammunition might feel like a solid, unchanging thing, but time, moisture, and neglect can turn good brass into dead weight faster than most realize. If you're stacking deep right now, treat your ammo like an investment, because that's exactly what it is. Store it like cash, not clutter. Keep it sealed, keep it dry, and keep it labeled. A proper ammo can with a good seal and a silica pack inside can make the difference between rounds that fire clean years from now and rounds that misfire when you need them most. Rotation matters too. Don't let your stash go stale at the bottom of the pile. The rule is simple: oldest out, newest in. The same way professionals rotate medical kits and batteries, you should rotate your ammo supply. It keeps everything fresh and functional, and it makes sure you know what you've got instead of guessing. And above all, handle storage smart, avoid heat, avoid humidity, and never assume factory boxes are airtight. They're not. Long-term readiness comes down to small habits that protect big investments. The people who learned that lesson during the last panic didn't just have ammo, they had usable ammo when everyone else was scrambling. Because at the end of the day, preparation isn't just about stockpiling, it's about stewardship. You don't own ammo just to possess it, you own it to rely on it when it counts. So folks, the ammo market feels calm right now. Too calm. Prices are low, supplies are steady, and for the first time in years, it finally feels like we can breathe. But if history has taught us anything, it's that calm in this industry never lasts. Every cycle starts with relief and ends with regret. The shooters who act early ride through the chaos. The ones who wait get caught in it. This isn't about fear, it's about foresight. The smartest gun owners aren't panic buying, they're positioning. They're watching indicators, stacking smart, and keeping their freedom from being priced out when the pendulum swings back. So ask yourself, are you going to treat this crash as a lucky break or as a warning shot? Because by the time everyone else realizes what's coming, the window will already be closed. Now I want to hear from you. Are you buying the dip or waiting it out? Drop your strategy in the comments. Your experience might help another responsible gun owner make the right move before the next spike hits. Stay informed, stay steady, and stay ready.